Yo, what's up guys, Chxrge here. Today I'm going to give you my heirloom tier list. I'm going to rank every single heirloom and universal heirloom in Apex Legends from worst to best, so let's get started. So first up, with the worst heirloom in the game, it has to be the Karambit for me. Personally, I think it's the worst designed heirloom in the game, and I'm going to tell you why. Nah, I'm just joking, it's Mirage's heirloom too much wit. It's a golden trophy of himself and is probably the biggest waste of money in Apex, and I feel bad for anybody who has blown their hard-earned money on this. It doesn't feel good to use, it's not nice to look at, and honestly, the only way I can forgive you for buying this is if you were heavily intoxicated or you're a millionaire. I'm gonna place this heirloom in waste of money tier. Okay, next up we have Rampart's heirloom called Problem Solver. This is an electric wrench with a gumball dispenser. It's also a digital waste of money. For the same amount of money, I could buy 20 wrenches and 10 packs of chewing gum in real life and be much more happy. This is definitely going in waste of money tier. Next up we have Pathfinder's boxing gloves. It's an OG heirloom, but that's no excuse. It feels so clunky to use and look at and makes me feel claustrophobic just looking at my screen. I do think they actually updated it though, so it takes less of the screen up, but the damage is done and I don't like this heirloom at all. The best part of this heirloom is the cute mouse, but then he fires it away anyways, which just breaks my heart. To be honest, I think I prefer the recolor, but I'm still not a fan of this heirloom. This is going in waste of money tier. Next we have our first universal heirloom, which is a baseball bat called the Grand Slam. As you can see, it's a baseball bat with a bit of fire on it. It has a few recolors too, but I'm still not a fan of those colours. Overall, I think it's a boring heirloom, but due to the recolors, I think people could mix and match with some different legend skins. So for that reason, it's going in E tier. Next we have the Buster Sword. Apparently this is a sword from the Final Fantasy franchise, but I've never played those games, so I have no bias or nostalgia. I might upset a few fans right now, but I just don't like it. It's absolutely huge and clunky. Maybe I'd like it more if I played those games, but yeah, strictly from an outsider's point of view, I'm gonna have to put it in E tier. Please don't kill me. Next up we have Ash's heirloom, which is called Strongest Link. It's a pair of nunchucks with retractable blades inside. The concept of this is cool, but it's just a bit lame. I feel like it should be much cooler than what it is, but it just isn't. I just don't think it's nearly as interesting as the other heirlooms being made nowadays. I'm not a fan of the animations either. I think they could have designed something much cooler. The attacks don't feel powerful to me either. It's just a weak heirloom all around. For that reason, it's getting put in E tier. Next up we have another universal heirloom called Serpent Sting. I'm not actually sure when this heirloom was released, but it hasn't really left an impact on me. I never see people using it either. I don't recognise these people in the inspect animation either, apart from Caustic. Maybe someone watching understands more about the lore of this heirloom. Overall, it's quite boring for me and I'm not a fan. I have nothing else to say, so it's going in D tier. Next up we have Gibraltar's heirloom called War Club. It's a Maori weapon known as a patu. It's a hatchet with glowing fire elements to it. Now I've just read the Wikipedia page and apparently it was given to Gibraltar from his ex-boyfriend Nick. Well, there's a reason Nick is his ex-boyfriend, because this heirloom is dog shit. The animations are pretty cool though, but yeah, I don't like it. I think it's quite boring. This heirloom is going in D tier. Next up we have Caustic's heirloom, which is called Death Hammer. It's a two-handed hammer with a skull at the back equipped with Nox gas, which emits when hitting. This was actually my first heirloom in Apex. It's kind of cool, but it feels a bit dated compared to the more modern heirlooms. I can't seem to find any backstory for this heirloom. It has some pretty cool emotes. I'm definitely a fan of the one where he drinks tea, but honestly if I take the nostalgia away, I don't think it's very good anymore. I'm going to put this heirloom in D tier. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe, and if you disagree with me, just comment telling me I'm wrong. Next up we have Valkyrie's heirloom, which is called Suzaku. This is a Japanese Yari spear whose blade is emblazoned with the design of a bird. It's a pretty cool heirloom. The animation is really clean and the sound effects for it are Chef's Kiss. I like the Morpheus reference too. Maybe it's a personal thing, but it doesn't feel good when I use it or run with it though. For that reason, it's going in C tier. Next up we have the universal heirloom, which is called Gundam Beam Saber. I think this is a crossover event with Gundam. Honestly, I've never heard of this before, but after a Google search it looks like Transformers. The heirloom kind of reminds me of a lightsaber, which is pretty cool. There are also some recolors for this heirloom too. Sky Saber, Solar Saber, and Spectral Saber. It's actually quite cool, but a bit two-dimensional. Maybe if I knew more of the series or franchise, I'd enjoy it more. I'm going to place it in C tier. Next we have Loba's heirloom, which is called Garra di Alanza. It's a fan with blades at the end, and hopefully I pronounced the name correctly. Apparently it was previously owned by Alanza Andrade, who is Loba's mother. I like this heirloom, it definitely fits her character well. The animation is okay too. It's not the worst heirloom, but it's definitely not the best either. With Loba being buffed recently, I feel like we're going to be seeing this heirloom more often now. I'm going to place this in C tier, which I think is fair. Next we have Watson's Heirloom, which is called Energy Leader. It's a handheld device that has 4 electric prongs at the end of a digital screen. I remember this heirloom being made fun of when it was first released, and I can see why. It looks like a card machine. I like the little minigame animation though. Overall, it's not my cup of tea, and I'm English, so tea is very special to me. This is going in C tier. Next we have another universal heirloom called the Sky Piercer. Personally for me this looks cool, but it's somehow boring at the same time. Maybe I'm wrong, but it also looks like it's reusing the Valkyrie heirloom animations. It has the ability to shoot fireworks, which is kind of cool once or twice, but probably gets boring pretty quick. It has several recolours which are called Midnight Piercer, Amethyst Piercer, and Emerald Piercer. Yeah, it's just kind of mid for some reason. I'm going to put it in C tier. Next up we have Bloodhound's heirloom, which is called Raven's Bite. This is an axe with raven detailing and a glowing red edge. Here's a bit of lore for this heirloom. It was previously owned by Arthur, who is Bloodhound's uncle. It's a very basic heirloom, and as you can tell, one of the earlier OG heirloom releases. It's a nice heirloom, but it's quite dated compared to the modern one, so it's not as interesting or stimulating. I like the animation of his raven bringing a gift for him. It also has a recolor called Winter's Bane, which is kind of cool too. The animations are kind of what you'd expect, just some basic axe swinging, nothing too crazy. It's a bit boring to be honest. I think it's fair to put this heirloom in C tier. Okay, so next up we have another older heirloom, and it's Bangalore's, which is called Cold Steel. This is a pilot's knife with glowing gold elements. It's a simple heirloom which is pretty clean. I feel like I'm repeating myself with these older heirlooms, but they just feel dated compared to the newer ones. The animations are pretty basic and it's nothing you wouldn't expect. It has a recolor called Emerald's Edge, which is cool, but it doesn't really change things for me. It's a nice heirloom though, and back in the day I really liked it. Nowadays it's just not as interesting for me, so I think I'm going to put this in C tier. Okay, this is where things get interesting. Next we have a universal heirloom which is called Epion Heat Rod. Now I have no idea what that name means, but it's pretty interesting. It kind of looks like a transformer sort of thing when you do the animation. I know people don't really like this heirloom, but I'm biased towards it because I play old school RuneScape and there's a weapon in that game called the Abyssal Whip, and I have a lot of nostalgia for it. The recolor of this heirloom is called Metallic Banshee, which is also similar to the Abyssal Whip recolor, so yeah, I really like it. I'm going to put it in B tier. Next we have Horizon's heirloom, which is called Gravity Maw. It's a small, light cyan and black mace. At one end of it sits a small black hole, contained by several high-tech prongs. It's really cool. I never play Horizon, but it's definitely one of the better character heirlooms in my opinion. The inspect is pretty cool too, and it sounds very nice when you use it. The melee attacks are pretty basic, and I also just used a pen for some reason. Yeah, I like it. It's gonna go in B tier for me. Okay, next we have the most customizable heirloom in the game, the Cobalt Katar. It's the first Apex artifact. It features modular pieces, color variants, and special inspect animations that change depending on your chosen configuration. The available styles include Cobalt, Molten, Electrum, Gladius, Rhodium, and the Completionist Nitride set. Now I'm sure you've heard of the phrase less is more, and I think that kind of applies here. I did a bit of customization, but I couldn't really find one that I liked. I don't enjoy the bulkier heirlooms and it feels a bit big to me. The animations don't really excite me either. Every time I use this heirloom in game, it just distracts me and makes me feel clunky. As you can see here, I'm using the basic Katar with no customization. It's not very exciting and it's very basic. I can't imagine anyone uses this without customizing it at all. I made my own custom Katar and I eventually ended up using the Cobalt base and theme with the Rhodium power source. I'm not sure if it's very good, but yeah, I'm sure you guys can make something better. I was going to put this in C tier, but the customization makes it much better. I think all heirlooms by default should be able to have recolors without paying extra money, but then again, you guys are all millionaires, so it's fine. I think it's good, but not amazing, so I'm going to put it in B tier. Let me know how you customize your Katar in the comments. Next up we have Octane's Butterfly Knife. It's a knife filled with Octane's signature stim. It's very fun to use and scratches every itch I need from an heirloom. It's one of the older heirlooms and was released in 2020 during Season 4. Personally, I think it's held up pretty well. It's fun to use and feels amazing when you're running around with it. I mean, look at this animation. I'm literally in a trance whilst making this video just staring at it. I feel like a cat looking at a toy. The melee animations are pretty basic, but they feel very clean. It has a recolor called Octane's Prototype, which is orange and purple. Personally, I prefer the OG one. This is going to go in B tier for me. Next up we have Lifeline Shock Sticks. These are a pair of defibrillator drumsticks with Lifeline decorations on it. It also causes lightning sparks when swinging it. I'm a huge fan of this heirloom. They're very basic, but they just feel so nice to use. The sound when you're swinging them reminds me of a lightsaber and feels very nice. I think they're one of the better OG heirlooms. I'm not sure if there's any lore for this heirloom. Does Lifeline play drums or something? Now I'm trying to imagine which Apex characters would play in a band together. I'm going to put this in B tier. Next up we have another universal heirloom called Death Duet. This is one of my favourite universal heirlooms. They have a simple design but they're super clean and feel good to use, and they have some nice recolours too. We have Blood Moon Blade, Sakura's Edge, and Venom Strike. I think the red ones might be my favourite. The melee animations feel very clean and fun to use. There isn't much to say about these heirlooms though, as there's no backstory or lore to them. I'm going to put them in A tier. Next in line we have Crypto's Buy One Blade. It's a green and white collapsible high-tech Korean Chxrge or Yikdo, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Now I'm not a Crypto player and don't enjoy him, but if I were a Crypto main I'd be very happy with this heirloom. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels like this should be a part of the Apex universe. It fits into the game so well. The animation is super smooth and it feels powerful to use. He also has a recolor called Durumi Blade. This is purple and orange, just like Octane's recolor, which makes me hope the devs weren't just being lazy. I prefer the original colour to be honest. I mean, look at these animations, they're just so cool. It's definitely one of the best legend heirlooms. The melee animations feel so nice to use. I really wish this was a universal heirloom. This is going to go in A tier for me, unlike Crypto, who should be in F tier. Sorry Crypto mains. Okay, next up we have another universal heirloom called the Twin Razors. These are the newest heirlooms to be released and they're very nice. I reckon they give me a nice clean shave IRL. If I had a shaving sponsor then I'd definitely plug them right now. The inspect animations are very clean and they look super dangerous. They have multiple recolors too. The first being Prismatic Edge, it's a clean multicolored light refracting variant, Venomous Fangs, a bright flashy green variant with strong glow effects, and Glitch Rippers, a subtle neon purple and blue shift variant. I prefer these to the Death Duet heirloom, they just feel cooler. I'm going to put these in A tier. Next up we have the Raptor's Claw, also known as the Karambit. This is one of the most popular heirlooms in Apex. It reminds me of the Wraith heirloom but a more modern version. It's a simple design but very effective. It comes with multiple recolors too, including Hype Beast, Phoenix's Claw, Fluorescent Claw, Neon Claw, and Frozen Claw, which is probably my favourite. They feel great to use, the melee animations are clean and it doesn't take up half of my screen either. I can see why this is a favourite for a lot of players. I'm going to put this in A tier. Okay, next up we have Seer's heirloom, which is called Showstoppers. They're a pair of high-tech sickles with Seer's signature micro drones built into them. This is one of the cleanest legend heirlooms in the game. The animation is probably one of the best in the game. This is incredible design work and really gives you that magical sense of aura that Seer has. They aren't too bulky and they look amazing. They used to be my favourite heirloom in the game, but I don't really play Seer anymore or enjoy his abilities. He has become very meta recently, so I've seen a lot more of this heirloom the past few weeks. The melee animations are also very nice. This is going in S tier. Next up we have Revenant's heirloom, which is called Dead Man's Curve. This is a two-handed scythe with an extendable blade that glows. It also creates particles when hitting things. I mean, do I need to say anything? It's a huge Grim Reaper scythe. It's just unbelievably cool and feels amazing to use. This fits Revenant's character perfectly and is amazing design work. It looks incredibly dangerous compared to some of the other heirlooms. It also has a recolor called Death Grip. This is actually not too different from the original heirloom, which is a bit disappointing, but it's still an amazing heirloom for me. This is going in S tier. Next up, we have the Power Sword. This is probably going to be the most controversial heirloom choice I make. Now I know people don't really like this heirloom. I think it's reusing some older animations from other heirlooms, but I love it anyways. I just feel super powerful wielding a massive sword. The recolors are absolutely amazing too in my opinion. First we have the Fury Metal, Radiant Metal, and Rift Metal. I'm not sure which is my favourite because I love them all. The fact that you can change the colour in game is amazing too. It should be a feature for every heirloom which has a recolor. Don't judge me too harshly for this one, but it's going in S tier. Okay, our penultimate heirloom is going to be Wraith's Kunai, which is called Hope's Dusk. It's a black kunai with a glowing purple edge. It also causes small portals to appear with any melee attack. The kunai is the most iconic heirloom in all of Apex Legends. It has a simple but extremely clean design and has a lot of nostalgia for people who have been playing from the start. Obviously it doesn't have the best animations, but it's the OG heirloom. It has a recolor called Hope's Dawn, which is a red variant of Hope's Dusk. Maybe you new players don't understand, but it's the first heirloom in all of Apex and it couldn't have been on a better character. It's going in S tier. The best heirloom in Apex Legends for me is going to be Fuse's heirloom, which is called Razor's Edge. It's a red electric guitar with silver and gold highlighting. The headstock and part of the body is bladed and fire sometimes blows out of the end of it. I mean, come on, this is amazing. The first animation is a bit silly. It's Fuse doing a shoey, which is an Australian thing where they drink beer from their shoe. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit disgusting, but maybe some of you freaky people out there might enjoy that. Anyways, back to the guitar. I'm a bit biased because I'm actually a guitarist IRL and I've played for nearly 20 years. I have some nice guitars in real life, but none as cool or dangerous as this. Fuse also shreds pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. I know how heavy some guitars can be and I definitely wouldn't want to be hit over the head with one. This is obviously going in S tier for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed my tier list for Apex Legends, and I'll see you in the next video.